Well, hello, sweetie pies, and you will never guess what type of goodness I've got prepared for you today. It's gonna be my very first official reaction to EXO. And I'm so excited because I've got a little snippet of what EXO can vocally do from YouTube here and there. You know, I tried my very best to avoid any spoilers in advance, but I mean, EXO vocals are pretty much unavoidable. And also, I've got recommended one Christmas song from EXO that we've just reacted to in Patreon. So if you are in a Christmas mood and you would like to see me react to EXO Miracles in December, it's gonna be in my Patreon along with tons and tons of other reactions. Please don't forget that you can vote for the reactions on Patreon each month and you can choose what I will be reacting to. So if you're interested in that and supporting this channel, then definitely head there. I really appreciate it. And in my pinned comment, you're also gonna find the link to my webpage where you can find all the information about my singing lessons. And now we're ready to go. So let's go. EXO and their acoustic medley. Okay. Okay, acoustic kings. Look at the guitar playing. Can we appreciate the person who plays on a guitar? That's a lot of talent. He's really good. Ah! She's my baby. Listen how balanced his upper register and midsection was. Even though it was very obvious that he slipped into his higher register and his falsetto, still, it was so very, very nicely balanced when he slipped back into his core voice. Really nicely balanced. You're walking into my door. Good little belt, finished with a little cry. So usually we've got either cries or a little bit of a vibrato used to basically cut off or finish the phrase. In K-pop, overall, the cries are more popular. This feels like such an intimate moment in the performance. Like, it feels like they are enjoying it and they're enjoying each other's parts, you know? It's really, really cool. Very beautiful riff there. The layering is gorgeous. Their voices are, you can hear it. They're just layering over each other. So they're not waiting for one to finish the phrase. They're already starting over it. And it's creating this gorgeous effect. Very well done riffs and runs. Very lightweight. I love his voice. He has a little bit of a tremble there, but his approach to it is so sophisticated and very lightweight, but he keeps his clean tone. So these voices tend to be very agile because they are not weighted down too much, or they are not kind of being stuck in their chesty place without any option to entering their mix, or like, you know, moving through the passaggio very fluently. Very, very gorgeous voice. I honestly feel like I'm not even, like this is not even made in a stadium. This feels like they are sitting in a room. And to create that type of atmosphere in a stadium of like multiple thousands of people is like, that's magical. That's incredible. Some of the R&B elements, but also poppy. A little bit of a yawny quality. By creating a little bit additional space in the back of the throat. Kai. Now I know Kai. I know Kai pretty well. I actually saw Kai live. I was lucky enough to saw Kai live in Frankfurt this year. It was pretty amazing. And I'm also planning on covering Kai's Peaches, but in a little bit more different version, but I love Kai a lot. He has slightly elevated larynx. When he's singing, it's giving him this smiley, gorgeous, bright quality. Some of those passages are so pretty. I like that it's so stripped down. Only guitar, and even the guitar is thus having the simplest pattern that you can do. So there's just heavy focus on vocals, on the layering, on the way they match together, on the sounds and colors that they create singing together. So he is really good. He has insane resonance in his voice. Could you hear the strength that he had in that mix? It was cutting through. It was very, very nice, supported, but it was really effortless for him because he's not anchoring it down to the chest. He let it really like fly up, but he's not going into his falsetto. It was really nicely done mix that has its weight and has its kind of cut through clean tone. Ooh, and a little bit of a vibrato at the end. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Let's go,
Sometimes I forget I'm even recording. So I like how he started from a little fret. It really helps not to let your voice fly way too high and thin out into like very light head voice or super light falsetto. It does gives a little bit of a drive to the beginning of that phrase, and it feels a little bit more heavier than it normally would without it. It would be. Do you feel how lightweight it is? It feels so just like airy and with no kind of anchor point, but a little tiny girl. really cool harmony. This whole song is pretty difficult for diction. Knowing exactly where and when to sing when other like 5 voices are singing at the same time. I mean, of course, they are perfectly balanced and they have their harmony, right? But it still can be hard, especially if you're not used to this empty type of acoustic version. I love that harmony, it's so fun. Call me baby. Ah, so funky. I love the unisono ad-libs, so you have the main melody line and into that, and not one voice was doing that falsetto ad-lib. Actually, I think it was 2 in unisono. Really nice. He is so confident in his mix. That was so well done. His mix sounds great. That's what I search for when I search for a really good mix. It's something that is not too lightweight. Of course, mix will always be lighter than your core natural tone, chesty tone, right? The mixed belts are gonna be very different. It's gonna have a very different sound, but I still want to hear something fuller with a really nice quality, not too airy, and he has really nice tone there, so great job. And you can tell that he's super confident in them. He's not like, oh, let's go. No, he's just like right there, right on that spot. He's confident, he can do that. Not the main dancers. Oh, this is gonna be hard to focus. This will be so hard to focus. Okay, wish me luck. I'll try my best, alright? I'm sorry for the audio, it's fluctuating a little. He has a really good agility in his voice. You can hear it on those runs. They're very fast and very effortless. Right? As there's no heavy feeling in them, or they're not slowed down by too much of a heavy approach. They're super light, very leaning on air. I like how the mix was air. But when he leaned into that vowel, so he just opened it a tiny little bit, like if you open a door just a tiny, to just peek in, right? So very airy, that's how he was, super effortlessly in that higher mix, and then just sometimes open it on the vowel. It was beautifully cut straight through that passaggio, but we heard a very obvious flip there, right? On purpose. Beautiful climb down. This is a very difficult part of the song, very obvious. We've heard like 4 variations of them singing this by now. Once we cut to the, basically to the upper register, and then we've got a variation with the mix. One of them was a little bit thinned out, a little bit fronted sound, and the other one was slightly airy. Interesting. You can see that the same passage can be sang by with so many different ways, right? And they nailed each one of them. So it's not like, oh, I cannot do it one more time with belting, so I'm just gonna go to my head voice. It's literally a stylistic choice to just give you a taste, a little bit of a taste of everything. Oh my god. Now I see the EXO Vocal Kings thing. Who does beatbox? Who? And do they have any type of vocal talents that they're lacking? Because we've heard everything, right? They do have rappers, I'm pretty sure about that. And they have great vocalists, that's obvious too. Now they have beatbox. What else? Who's doing opera? Hands up. Oh, listen to those riffs, honey. Okay, look how smart they are about this. So even though singers are still moving while singing, but they're trying to take away a little bit of a movement from the person that is currently basically singing. But they're trying to take away a little bit of a movement from the person that is singing, which is always smart. I've seen a couple of fourth gen groups doing that as well. I'm pretty much sure they learned from the best, you know. And you always try to stabilize person that is singing. Yes, singers that are also dancers, or they are in highly like dance leaning groups, but also singers like Lisa, right? I mean, Japanese singer Lisa, they do train while moving. So vocal exercises while moving to really strengthen that stamina are standard. They are done, right? But just to save energy for like 2-3 hours of performance, you want to take a little bit of a movement away from the current singer. But notice that the moment they stop singing, they get back into the choreography like immediately. It's really smart thinking. Nice belt, very nice belt. Good. Well done. So for the first part, he stayed in his fill set. It would kind of say, okay, he is not wanting to go there with the belt. He does not want to belt that part. Maybe it's too high. But that's the pretty part about what he did. Da-da! He went into that belty space, kind of the tricky part, like trying to trick you. I'm not going to sing this full voice. Psych, I will. And then I'll give you the higher tone. So this is the stylistic choices that are fun to listen to. And just, you know, this is the creativity that we want in singing. Some people are going up. All right, one thing, I know that if I was there, oh my God, I would fell down from whatever. If it would be moving under me, I'm falling down. If I'm still staying on the ground and it's moving behind me, I'm still falling down, all right? So moving stages, Jesus, I would be in the front row amongst the people. I'm still falling down. This is dangerous. Hard jump, you have a bass. So you have a bass tone in your core tone, in your core voice. I cannot speak. The jump has to be perfectly clean. It cannot end up under the tone or out of the pitch or even in the vicinity of the pitch. It's got to be perfect. Oh, his runs are good. So effortless, lightweight, very agile. Some people train those for years and years and years. Some people are me. Oh, look at this. This is so gorgeous. Oh, wow. That sound surprised me. Okay, that little beat there that is moving the synth there is absolutely destroying me. It's really playing with my attention. Yeah, they're also working with dynamics pretty well, which I always praise with everyone who knows how to work with dynamics properly. But a lot of people go into overtly airy spaces at the beginning of their performances or the songs, right? Overtly airy just to be able to build any type of dynamics, and they are very soft, but they are singing in a clean tone. I'm not saying the airy tones are wrong, don't get me wrong, Mariah Carey, airy, of course, right? But it's good to know how to build the dynamics without having to go into that airy space. Overtly airy space. I love him. I absolutely adore this thing. I have two favorites so far, but him, oh my god, I'm absolutely vocally obsessed with this person. He's insane. I love him. I like this song. It's really it can be really difficult if you have bare melody like this, and you cannot go overboard, right? That would be doing too much, right? Everything in a kitchen sink, right? We don't want that. So you have to be very smart about your stylization, not to do too much, but not keep it too bare, right? They're doing very well. And I especially feel like this song is very probably popular with people. I have to go through the discography, so write me recommendations in the comments, okay? So lightweight and pretty. The gorgeous little ad-libs and the background, very pretty. right. Also, I want to give credit. I'm not sure what's the fandom name, so let me know so I can address you properly. But you guys have a good rhythm. I looked in that audience and those lights were moving precisely. Okay, so good job. I like his voice. It's very positive and bright, and he has a little bit of a tremble there. Now, tremble is a little different than vibrato, and it does give the voice a super emotional level. I'm sorry. I'm sure. I love that the two main singers, at least I'm gonna go ahead and assume, because like I can spot two singers that are like another level. They are incredible, right? Two of them, the one that sang first and now the other one. Gorgeous thing about them is that they have very different tone qualities and a little bit of a different tone. Like one of them is slightly husky and has a little bit more earthy quality, and the other one is much brighter and kind of more intense. And they also go so well together. Nice. Those pretty heavy bells. A little yodel there. Really pretty. I love this song. I don't know what they're like singing about, but I want it. I absolutely do. How is life fair? Look at him. Look at him and tell me, like, really, okay, just honestly, is anything in this world fair if the human like this exists? The rest of us can just go and pack it, honestly. Life's not fair, and this is the prime example. Really lightweight ad-libs. So, oh my god, I think this is a great first time experience for EXO. I am absolutely excited. I really enjoyed this medley. I really appreciate that you recommended this particularly because it was really focused on their vocals, and they were singing very obviously live, you know, and it kind of showcased everybody. I'm sorry that I didn't get to talk about everyone particularly, but I was just trying to absorb the energy of the entire band, right? And yeah, I see where you're coming from when you say that these guys are the vocal kings. So please, if you have more recommendations for me or more performances that you would like me to react to, especially the vocal gems like this, send it down in the comments. Please, I would love to see them. And also if you have like super short snippets of maybe the best notes or the best moments, send it to me on TikTok, and I'm gonna try to create some extra content there for EXO as well. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you, and here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time.